Hello YouTube, welcome to
Too shiny.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another video. I don't talk about PlayStation Home that much on this channel. Do I? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's been a while since I actually been on Nebula. It's been a couple weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I uploaded. If you guys have been on Nebula, you probably would have seen me. I've been around. This is actually normally I go on there just to preach, but you know, today I was just trying to find some people to hang out with, which is not, I mean, because I was kind of feeling kind of weird for the past few weeks. Yeah, we're here with another video, and I just want to talk a little bit about PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home was a PlayStation 3 pseudo social gaming experience or a service Sony PlayStation had up for a while on the PlayStation 3, and they ended up shutting it down in 2015. I still remember those last few moments. I wasn't on PlayStation Home during the time when they shut it down, but I remember trying to boot up the PlayStation 3 and then looking at the application, loading it up, and it'll give me this weird message saying, "Oh, we're not supporting PlayStation Home anymore, and we're grateful for all the people that brought the project together and so forth." It was very, very weird how they did it. I don't know why they didn't just remove the application altogether when they were getting ready to shut it down. I wanted to just go in why I believe PlayStation Home will return on the PlayStation 5. Now, this is a little bit more of a speculation video. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't take what I say 100% factual. Like, don't take everything I say literally. But I just want to just go over my opinions of why I believe PlayStation 5 will return. I mean, PlayStation Home will return on the PlayStation 5. Now, in our COVID world that we're living in today, everything is online. Everybody's online, and we're just sitting at home, can't go outside. A lot of places in the north, they're still shut down. Even though we're opening up down here, there's still a lot of people that can't really hang out, can't go out as much as they used to. So in this climate that we're living in today, I think Sony would be wise. It would be wise for Sony to bring back PlayStation Home, because as it stands, there's not anything out there that you can compare to PlayStation Home right now. Nebula Realms is dead, Four Kings is dead, and Atom Universe is dead. In today's climate, like I said, with COVID, it'll make a lot of sense for them to bring back PlayStation Home. I believe personally it would do very well. And ask yourself, how are these games staying up on the stores? How are these games being funded if no one is playing them? Like, how can this game continue to run on PlayStation 4 if nobody's ever playing the game? How do they keep the game on the stores? Because there needs to be somebody that's buying the services that they tell you to buy, someone that's buying the items that they put on the store to keep the game to keep funding the game and to keep it online. This is one of the biggest reasons why PS Home was shut down in 2015, because they claimed that it didn't have enough funding, which is pretty silly, and if you ask me, because PlayStation at that time, the PlayStation 4 had just came out. So I think that was just an excuse for them just to get rid of PlayStation Home, because they weren't going to continue to fund something that they weren't going to transfer over to the PlayStation 4. You guys can look at the Game Rant website here. Check it out. Now, I'm not going to read through all this, but I'm just going to read through the beginning. With the launch of PlayStation 5, Sony has been particularly experimental. The popularity of the PlayStation 4 allowed Sony to sustain its platform without needing to take many risks. Rather, it's able to invest in its strengths, like major PlayStation exclusives. However, an older trademark recently filed for renewal by Sony has some recalling a PlayStation 3 era oddity and questioning whether it could return. The trademark that was renewed is for PlayStation Home. The PlayStation Home trademark was renewed with the European Union Intellectual Property Office. It was originally approved of and polished in 2009, so it has been around for a very long time, and the renewal will sustain the trademark with the EU through a new expiration date, January 2028. I want to go to the Reddit real quick. There's a guy named Thorites that also talked about this. Now this stuff is old news as of the making of this video, but I just wanted to give you guys a good look into what people are talking about. PlayStation Home is surfacing into the conversation on being in place on the PlayStation 5. So this is not just me making this stuff up. He says here, if you go to this website here, you can not only search up PlayStation Home, but you can actually search up the Soho engine found here. So this is the website here. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom a bit, you can see a humongous list of things such as hostings and staging online tournaments. So spectator VR seats at Evo, then TV motion pictures, etc. So it looks to be full online hub like before with Home, with other accessible events or experiences. With its possible return, it would draw in the Fortnite crowd, and you know what? I'm fine with it. PS Home already had microtransactions, and then he goes on with all this other stuff here. But yeah, with all this evidence, you put together two and two together. London studio hiring a multiplayer-like game with their own words, huge potential. The fact that they were the former developers of PlayStation Home, the Soho engine being used that was used for Home in the day, well, a hybrid version of it, and as I know, Sony never stated with what engine Home would run on, but still, the descriptions of the Soho engine in like above, the hub-like world, etc. All this leads me to believe that once again, Home is coming back, and better than ever. Possibly having VR integrations with it too. PlayStation Home wasn't a game, it was a service, it was a community, and the community has been begging for Home to come back, and it looks like we got our wish. Interesting. Shout out to Destiny Home for trying to Destination Home for trying to actually get some of the files resurfaced on PlayStation 3 and on PC to kind of get the game somewhat running, but that's no replacement for the actual service itself. And I believe personally that it will make a return. I mean, it's quite possible that they can actually just be renewing it for a new version of Home. I don't know, or something else entirely. But it makes more sense to me that they would actually bring back PlayStation Home. But I was saying this to somebody on Facebook that I've been sitting around waiting for the for Final Fantasy VII Remake for a very long time. A lot of people remember the early concepts of Final Fantasy VII Remake in 2008 and so forth, and they were just kind of teasing to the fact that the game could return. And lo and behold, in 2015, they actually announced the game. And then now, looking back, we're like, how in the world did they bring it back after all that time? It's like this, man. Business, when it comes to business, they just do whatever they feel like profits them at the time. At the time, I felt like they weren't ready to develop Final Fantasy VII Remake, so they just weren't going to even bother to bring it into the limelight. But here we are in 2021, and they're well able to do the things that they did with PlayStation Home, and they're not doing it on the PlayStation 4, but that does not mean they're not going to do it on the PlayStation 5. If Final Fantasy VII can come back, anything can come back. And never forget how long it took that game to even be developed. It took at least 5 to 6 years, and then they dropped it. Because I was telling people from the beginning that the game was going to drop in 2020. People were doubting me. People were saying, "Nah, it's gonna come out in 2020 in the earliest, but we should really expect this in 2024." That's what they said, but I was right, and I feel like I'm right this time as well. So I do believe PlayStation 5 will come back. The PlayStation Home will come back on the PlayStation 5. But in what state, I have no idea. I don't know if they're going to make a new PlayStation Home. I don't know if they're going to revamp some of the stuff that we saw in the PlayStation 3 era. I don't know what state PlayStation Home is going to be in. But whatever state it's going to be in, we can expect big things. And especially in today's climate, I believe that it will definitely thrive because people they do the microtransaction thing like crazy in today's market, and I believe that they're going to do a good job of actually giving us an experience that was better than PlayStation Home in a lot of ways. There are some things that Nebula Realms has that I wish PlayStation Home had, you know. So it goes both ways. But thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and tell me what you think about this topic in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Oh, and if you haven't, give your life to Jesus Christ. The Lord wanted me to tell you that. Take care.